Hello, welcome to my Monday night stream at midnight. Um, Sorry, I let my starting stream go a little bit longer than I like. I like to do 3 to 4 minutes, that way. I don't know. Some people leave their screens on for like 15 minutes, but I can't do that to people. I'm cleaning up my desk because I didn't get I ran out of time to do that because I wanted to flip the screen over to the live stream. Let me put all my paints away because I like to start with a clean desk when I start a new miniature. Just a thing of mine. Hope everyone is having a fabulous night. To everybody who watches my streams and supports me, I am now an affiliate. I don't really know what to do about it. I don't know what I should start doing differently. I don't know what you guys would like to see. So first things first, I need to hire someone to make some emoticons for me that subscribers can use. That way they'll have special emotes. And then we'll kind of go from there and see how my affiliate status grows, you know? I don't want to take too many. I don't want to put all this work and then be like, alright, nothing's happening. So I just kind of want to get a feel for it, see what you guys want. You know, all that good stuff. So get back to what I'm here for, to paint. This is Galladon. He is a wizard. I have actually painted, let me show you his other version. He has a normal miniature version, and then he has a chibi version. So let me show you what his normal one looked like, because I have painted the other one. Kind of cool to paint both versions of him. Let me go through my photos. I'll find them real quick. I painted him blue. I'm not going to paint him blue this time. I'm coming over my cold. I'm getting better. Getting better. Here he is. Here's what he looks. I painted this guy. Here's what his normal miniature looks like in Bones. Yep, I chose a wizard for you, Kristen. Thanks for the suggestion. And here's his chibi form. So, I've never painted a chibi. Really. I think I've painted one. So let's get started on this guy. I'm kind of feeling red. I'm also kind of feeling green. What do you think? Red, green, aquamarine, jade. Red. I'm feeling red. So I'm gonna try to do most of this if not all of this in Pro Acryls as a challenge for myself to use mostly Pro Acryls. Chibi, yes, chibi is it's like an anime. It's basically these cartoon people with big faces and big eyes, and it's a chibi. That's what they call them. It's the style that they are. Let me do a quick Google for you. So here's just a Google search of chibi. You'll see it's just like big head, big features. you know, I'm sure you get the gist of it, of what chibis are now. Yeah. Cute anime people is what they are. So let's get some skin tone on him. I'm gonna make him like a medium Caucasian. I'm gonna start with tan flesh. Tan flesh. Oops. Hey, Walter Bloodsaw. I see you're viewing from Facebook. How is it going? Thank you for tuning in. I haven't figured out how to get Facebook messages to show up in my chat box as well. So bear with me while I learn how to use a computer. Can't really see much of his skin. Mainly his face and his hands. I love these little chibi miniatures. They're so cute. I'm a little... kind of requires a different approach, I guess, to painting them. Because their features are so large and exaggerated. But I'll figure it out. Looks like one of the Toon Realms characters. I don't know what that is. But he is a Reaper miniature chibified. And I'm gonna... Hey! Why are you doing that? Don't talk to me like that, dude. Oh, I can see his ear. Just gonna get some quick idea of the base coats laid out. And then I'm gonna do something I normally don't do, and I'm gonna do the eyes first and work the skin around it. But I have to make sure I have a nice... I have to make sure everything's dry around the eyes before I start doing that. I also need to Google some chibi eyes because I am really new to chibis. And I want to see kind of how they paint their eyes. Here's one that someone painted. They gave him striking blue eyes. It looks like what I kind of want to roll with is decide a color of the iris and kind of outline that in black. Make the whites of the eyes white and then make a nice reflection. I kind of like this look though. I'm going to go with something like this. Hold on, my nose is not happy with me right now. Alright. So let's get some white in here. I don't know if I have a Pro Acryl white. I think that's... Yeah, I do not have one, so let's use a regular old white that I would normally use. Bear with me while I sort through all my white paints. And we'll paint the whites of his eyes white. This is Vampiric Mist. I like to use it for white. This is really out of my comfort zone. I will never do eyes first. So I'm trying this out just to see how I feel about it. Let that dry a little bit so I can get another layer there. While that's working, while that's drying, we can get, give him a nice gray beard going on. I'll give him dark warm gray. Pro Acryl. Vance, what's wrong? What do you see? Sorry, my cat's like really interested in something and I kind of want to know what he sees. See a spider? I think it's a spider. Being in a basement and all. Basement in summertime, that is. Nice gray beard for him. While the white dries. If you're ever trying to like speed up your painting, don't wait on paint to dry. Just kind of do something else. I don't know how I forgot to do his nose like this. I don't know what's wrong with me. There. Get some more of that white in there. This will probably take about 3 layers. I thinned it out a lot, so it goes on nice and smoothly. Dude's got a gnarly beard. Absolutely gnarly beard. I want to paint some cool like stars and stuff on his robes. I'm a big fan of stars. Okay. Okay. Do this. Hopefully this is the last time I have to do this. Maybe one more time. We'll see how it dries. I think I want to give him like hazel brown eyes. Just normal people colored eyes, you know? I feel like you don't see that enough. People are always like bright red, bright ice blue. Well, Walter, I think I'm gonna go with red, basically a red to blood red robes. Is kind of what I think I'm going towards. But I'm focusing on, I'm gonna start with the eyes, and then the face, and then kind of work around him. Work from the inside out. And kind of see what he evolves into. These Kickstarter minis are awesome from Bones 4. I'm gonna do another coat of the white once that dries. I think for the red, I'm gonna start out with burnt red because it's nice and dark. Let me find that. There it is. Just so we can get an idea going. I'll get some splashed on there. This color red. Here, you can see a little bit of it now. After he's done, I would glue a feather on his hat. That's a good idea. He does need a little hat accessory. Let's see what I can find. Let's get some of this rolling, just to kind of visualize where I want to go with this. So far I'm digging painting chibis, but I haven't done any detailing. That opinion might change when I start. Because your details are much larger. And I think it might be a little different than from what I'm used to with regular scale. I have a friend who was painting an ogre for ReaperCon contest. He was wanting to know how to win. I don't know how he could win. I don't enter in many contests. I've entered in one, or I've entered in a few for my local games workshop and won first and second place. But I have never done like a large scale contest before. So I don't have many tips. I told him to glue some of his red hair on the ogre's head. Oh, okay. I didn't realize there's a second part to your comment. That's funny. On the ogre's head and paint him like he was fireballed. That's pretty funny. Like he had scorched hair. That's funny. Man, I wish I could go to ReaperCon. Yep, imagination is key. And even though, like, this is what I do, sometimes I feel like I lack in the imagination department. And it kind of sucks. I really gotta exercise it a little bit more. I don't know what all these weird straps and stuff are. Those are his shoes. Okay. Okay. I hope you have a better idea of kind of the colors I'm going to go with for him after doing that. Look at that coverage, though. That is absurd. Love it. Alright. Summertime, I don't have to get up in the morning. So, good twisted tea after work is nice. Alright, so eyes. This is where I'm not sure what I'm doing. This is where a lot of it is I want brown eyes, I think. Or maybe yeah, I want brown to hazel, so like brown to orange. Is hazel orange? I don't know what hazel is. Someone always told me I had hazel eyes, and I was like, no, I don't. They're brown. So I'm always like, what are hazel eyes? Anyway, brown to orange, kind of natural, earthy eyes is what I want to do. So with that, I'm going to use black to kind of outline the iris and everything. My dad always said it's hard to dream about elves and dwarves if you're worried about real life troubles. Yes. Thank you, Kristen. Hazel is brown. Is it like a different shade of brown? They're like, these are the real questions. I'm using Coal Black by Pro Acryl to figure out where I want his eyes to be. I'm going to use my size 1 brush for this. And where do I want him looking? My brush is going everywhere. Not cool. Let me give it a quick wash. Okay. So, yeah, the biggest thing is figuring out where I want him to look. I think I want his pupils to be like looking here and here, kind of upwards to my left, to his right. So, I'm going to build the shape around that. And go like this. Kind of outline where I think that would land. And then do it again over here. Hazel eyes can shift brown to green. You know, that's kind of what I thought. I thought there was a little bit of green involved in there going on. Thank you. So let's kind of go with that. Oh, what happened? USS Stalwart is now following you on Twitch. Thank you, thank you. Appreciate it. I want him kind of looking this way. I'm gonna outline, what I'm doing is I'm outlining the eyes, the iris, and then I am roughing in the pupils so that I can kind of paint the iris around that. This might be a horrible idea. This might be a good idea. Hey there, that looks like a large gnome. Well, gnomes are my favorite thing in the world, so thank you. It's a wizard, though. He's a reaper, chibi miniature, so that's why he's a little cartoony looking like a gnome. So let's get some brown. I want like an orangey brown type color. Where do I want to go with that? Like a Mornfang brown or intense brown. I'm gonna use intense brown by Reaper because it's gonna be thinner. I just need to find it first. I know you're out there somewhere. There you are. Okay. This is Intense Brown by Reaper. I'm going to color in the entire iris with it, and then add another color. I just want to get a nice foundation going. I'm a big fan of brown eyes. As a brown eye owning person. So just kind of wanted to represent a little bit. And we can get a dark brown going, like a yellow going. Golden brown, which is perfect by Pro Acryl as well. And then I need like a dark color, like mahogany. Perfect. So that's my trio for the brown. I think it'll be cool. We'll do the mahogany towards the outside edges. Or maybe he needs a flower on his hat. A flower would be cool too. You know what I think would be cool? Like a leaf, like a large leaf. I'm taking this golden brown and spotting it around the pupil. Where the light's hitting. I know it looks a little awkward now, but that's because the pupils are really small because I was messy. But it'll get better. And then add a little bit of this intense brown in the middle to get my middle value back. This is my first time painting eyes like this. Ever. I'm going back in with the black. Getting my pupils back. I think I said I wanted him looking a little bit to my top left. I'm gonna outline that with this golden yellow so you can see it better. And then let's go ahead and fix this one up. I think I'm going to make these go down more. Anime eyes are weird, and I'm not really an anime like watcher myself, so I don't look at them all day. So I'm kind of teaching myself while trying to show you guys. I'm just gonna keep picking at these until I think that they look how I want them to look. You know? I think my white is still wet. Yep, it is. Let's clean up the edges a little bit. Since I got a little messy here. And then I'm gonna add some reflections in the eyes. Which is just done by making some nice clean white dots. I like to do two sets. Kind of like that, except this one's not as bright as I want it to be. You really want that white to be like pow in your face. Like that. Boom, eyes. Alright, so now we're going to work out and work on the skin a little bit. Thank you, Walter. Saying it looks awesome. Hold on. Okay. So the skin, I'm going to go back in with the base coat, which is Tan Skin by Pro Acryl. Hold on. I think I'm casting a little bit of a shadow. Let me move my light. I dropped my light before my stream started, and I think that's a little better. And it was just a whole disaster mess, and I don't know what's wrong with me. Oops. Oops, oops. Okay, so now we'll clean up the skin around the eyes, and hopefully we'll see better about what I did without it looking as messy and everything. I'll flip up here and do his upper eyelid. I think that works. So for another coat of this, I like it. I like it. Now, since this is a chibi miniature and everything's kind of exaggerated on him, I want to give him some rosy cheeks and a rosy nose. What are you doing, Macy? Hi. So let me find something rosy for him. I don't want to go over the top like he looks like he has a cold. But you know. I'm going to start with Rosy Shadow. And it might not be red. I don't think it'll be red enough. I'm going to mix a little bit of something into it. A little bit of magenta here. I'm going to take a small break in a wee bit. I like to take breaks after painting for an hour just to stretch my back out after being hunched over and stuff. We'll take a little bit of red and put in there. Yeah, there's a nice rosy color. I want it to be really thin. And kind of put it at the tip of his nose. Like I said, I don't want to make him look like he has a cold, but I just want to add a little bit of variance to his skin to make him more interesting to look at. I'm going to blend it in a little bit with the base color and just kind of keep working back and forth until I get what I want. Do a little bit of stippling motion here. This may work, it might not. I'm not really good at adding blush, so we'll see. Got gingerbread men. I think I need thinner paint. That's what I need. It's kind of like that. A little bit of a pink in the nose. And then under his cheeks here. Then blend the outside edges of that in. Kind of give him old man face. I love the snowmen with axes and oh, the what is that? There was it was like a fight for Christmas Village game or something like that. Looks kind of old and sickly now. That's okay. We'll take care of him. We will take care of him. I'm gonna add some shadow and some depth to his face. Oh, God. I think I'm ready for that break after I do this. That'll give it some time to dry. Let's see what kind of shadow I want to give him. I think I'm doing a really thin thing of Reichland Flush Shade because it's nice and easy and quick. I just need to find it first. That's the hard part, is finding my paint. I used to be so organized. I don't know what happened. There it is. Oh, okay. Doing a Kickstarter now. Have a good one, Walter. Thanks for tuning in. Oh, Chicago. Cool. I don't know how far away that is from you, but it's about 6-7 hour drive for me. I'm taking Reichland Flush Shade and I am mixing it with some acrylic medium. after I find it. Jeez, my life. What is my life? Clear. It's clear, Christian. Found it. See, this is right here. I'm gonna put about 3 drops of this in there. See what it looks like then. 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna do about 1 more, I think. Hey, why are you yelling? Hey, get down. Drax. Hey, down. Down. Thank you. 4 drops. Nice and thin. We'll put it on our blushed wizard. I'm gonna put it all over. Pay attention to where it pulls and not let it pull too much. Make sure it doesn't get in the whites of his eyes. If it does, we'll touch it up, I guess. Kind of like how it's going. There. That's all it wants to go to. It reminds me of my character as Zela Thor, the Siege Mage I played in the 80s. Oh, cool! See you later. Have a good one. You can see his ears over here. Put it on his hands. His little baby hands. And I'm gonna take a quick 5-minute break, maybe less. Stretch out my back. I will be back shortly. I'll throw up the BRB screen. BRB screen. Have a good one, guys. Or not have a good one. See you soon. I'm back. I need a nap. Thanks for doing a wizard. No problem, Kristen. Go ahead and take a nap. Although I think it might be more like bedtime. I don't know where you're from. I don't think you're too far behind me. But, yeah. Might be time for bed. Anyway, so I applied this Reichland Flush shade. It's somewhat dry. Ooh, I don't want that to happen. Ooh, shoot. Cat hair. Anyway, I want a little bit more shadow by towards the edges here. Wherever his skin ends, really. I'm just going to apply a little bit more of this. A little bit more up here, too. Really want to give him like an old, tired wizard kind of vibe. Being a wizard is tiring, I guess. I don't know. Anyway. While that is drying, let's get some other base coats rolling. I'm gonna use ivory. That's too bright. I'm not gonna use ivory. I'm gonna use a different color. Shabdi Bone is my go-to for anything like scrolls or papyrus or whatever you want to call it. Paper. We'll get his scroll going. Hope everyone's having a fabulous night. I really do. Because I am. I'm going to throw up the welcome message here for any new viewers. Oh, I spelled it wrong. Would you look at that? Ha! This will take a few coats to get a nice even coverage, but I figured this was a good start while we're waiting for the skin to dry. Gotta do something. I can't just stare out into space, I guess. Which, when I'm off stream, is normally what happens. I just kinda wait. But when I'm on stream, it forces me to work on another part of the mini. Okay, we got first coat of that going on. Let's do his staff. We'll do a dark umber. I don't know why I had to say it like that, but I did. I don't think I'll finish this guy tonight, but we'll see how late I feel like staying up. I really want to get some cool stuff painted on his robes and not just make it a solid red. Like stars and twinkles and, you know, wizard shit. I feel uncomfortable when, ooh, I just threw my miniature. Alright, that's cool too. Anyway, I feel uncomfortable when I don't know where I was going with that. Anyway, let's get this staff painted brown. Let's get some of his bags and satchels painted brown. Brown, brown, brown. This is all dark umber, aka Amazing by Pro Acryl. About his boots. Or boot. You can only see one boot of his. And this dragon head is adorable. I don't know about you guys, but I think it's adorable. I still got my Raikou flesh shade drying. So, 1 second. What's everyone up to that's watching right now? I want to know about what you're doing. I'm nosy. Just some of this painted. Copper? Nah. I want like a lightish gold color. I want this. I don't want silver. What do I have that might work? Yeah, let's go ahead and use white gold, even though I can never get it to mix properly. Like, this is the only problem I have is this white gold by Pro Acryl. It's like it wants to be gold, but it still comes out silver. You know? Like, I keep trying to mix it and mix it and mix it. Oh! That went everywhere. No, it didn't. Got a tiny hint of gold to it, but not a whole lot. And I need to clean off my hands. My night, I swear. Alright, let's see. It's kind of like chrome, but let's roll with it. Maybe we'll give it a cool shadow color. Make it look a little color shifting. Cool. That's that. Nice, cool, shiny chrome lizard guy. My flesh shade is still drying. It doesn't want me to paint for you guys or something. But I'm just gonna keep dabbing it down here. So I made it so thin that it's gonna require a few dabs to get the shadow that I want. Just gives me more control over it, you know? That's fine. As soon as that dries, we can keep working at it. Until then, we can give his scroll another coat. Except I'm gonna thin it down more now, because I did not thin it before, and I kind of regret doing that. That was a dumb idea of mine. But who doesn't have dumb ideas every once in a while? I only have them every day. Haha. Ooh, that's too much water. Way too much water. Kristen, I thought you were taking a nap. Do I have to, like, make you go to bed or something? Okay. Now I kind of want to figure out what his secondary color for his robes are going to be. And I would like purple. Because I like purple. Let's do purple. Straight up, just like purple. Like, he's a chibi. He can be as colorful as he wants. He can be fabulous. Whatever. Just purple. I'll darken it up and I'll make it look cooler, and we'll get some yellow rolling around in there. It'll be cool. We got this. I just need your support. I don't regret these decisions at all. Cool. So that's our guy. I'll start cleaning up the beard a little bit too. Yeah, I was using gray, dark warm gray. I don't know why this flush shade is taking so long, but it is what it is. It's giving us a chance to start working a little bit more on the other parts of the mini, even though I wanted the eyes and the skin completed first. But while paint's drying, you gotta do something, right? I had a plan and it kinda derailed, but it's fine. Forgot to bring up my Facebook chat. Alright, no one chatted on Facebook, that's fine. I really like this gray, like, a lot. It is perfect. I'm really liking this guy. Very nice detail. My minis end up looking like World War II tanks, so I started modeling. He started modeling World War II tanks. That's funny. Well, hey, you gotta do what you like, right? I mean, I guess if your minis all started looking like World War II tanks, then go ahead and make World War II tanks. Makes sense to me. Do you do what is it, bolt action miniatures? I don't do anything historical, so I might sound dumb when I ask questions. Some more of this in the ears. No, I just did a Jeep and a Sherman 135 scale. Oh, okay, cool. That's fun. But what size is 135th scale? Like, about how big was that tank? Like I said, I know like the millimeter scales, but I don't know so much in inch scale that would be. And I get a nice coverage of this of his hair here. He's got a lot of it. Close to 28. I did finish a Dragonborn yesterday and shoot it on several dungeon crafting. Oh, okay. You have a Facebook page or a Instagram, or you just use your personal Facebook? I can look you up. Funny, a lot of the times people will tell me their name, and I'm like, oh, hey, I know you. I've seen your stuff. So that's why I ask. You never know. I'm pretty much Katie Paints Minis across the board, except for when I share to groups, you'll see my name, which is Kristen Darby, which is KD. So I haven't been posting in groups as much lately. I've just been too lazy to post all the groups. Artane76. Okay, I don't think I've seen your name. I can give you a follow though. I like to keep my viewers, I like to follow my viewers. There you are. I gave you a follow. Hey, I just painted that Dragonborn not too long ago. Like, a few weeks ago. Cool. Oh boy. Sniffly. Get back to painting or else I'll get all distracted and stuff. I want to clean up the skin tone here. Now that that flush shade is finally drying. We'll do some rosy highlights and some tan flesh base tone. Make them real thin. Because when you're working with skin tone and you're detailing it, you want it to be thin. Make your transitions as subtle as possible. I also still kind of want that blush to shine through a little bit. I was kind of confused with what colors to use on this laser. Patriots colors. You know what's funny is that a lot of sports teams they use color theory. So sometimes I'll paint a miniature and I'm like, man, this is totally a so-and-so miniature. It's just they come up with their colors the same way we do. So our miniatures kind of end up with those, and I find it kind of funny, you know? It's happened to me multiple times. Kind of working on his, whittling away at his face here. Trying to make it look all pretty. I don't want to go too insane with it though. One sec. And now I'm putting a little bit of this flesh shade, kind of blend in those highlights that I just did. Just a constant process of back and forth until you get that nice blend that you want. And I'm not perfect at this because nobody is, I guess. And this is my first time painting a chibi with like a real flesh tone like this before. So I'm experimenting as well. I like streams like this where you guys can kind of see me figure out things that work for me and things that might not work as well. That way you can see for yourself, experiment for yourself, you know? Alright, now to get this beard in order, keep base coating a little bit. So I have a nice 100% coverage where I want it. Looks good to me. May have gas for generator and be back on Wi-Fi soon. Okay. Is your power out or something? Thank you for the like on Facebook, Phil. I appreciate it. So I'm gonna do something that is controversial right now. But I want to show you how the new Citadel contrast paints can be used as a wash and not so much as a base coat. Because there's a lot of controversy on people using them and not using them right now, and I have found them most useful as glazes and washes. So I kind of want to show you, and this, his beard is the perfect chance for that. So let me find my contrast black for you. I just messed with it today. I got gray. Where did I put it? Just excuse me while I sort through my junk here. There it is. Contrast Black Templar. Let me show you this on my palette. It is black. It is ink. So to break that up, we're going to use some regular medium. This is not the contrast medium. You don't need that if you're not using it for its intended purpose. About three shots of that. It's still black as day. We'll mix a little bit of water in there. Still black as day. That's how you know it really has ink properties to it. So here's what we're gonna do with that. We are literally just going to go all over this gray that we based for his hair. And you can see, since I thinned it and started with a dark gray base, it's acting like a wash and settling in the recesses and doing exactly what I want it to do. Just gotta manipulate it a little bit, you know? You don't need to start with the super white color for it if you're not planning on using that as your, you know, final look, I guess. But some people would be like, so why don't you just use normal oil on it? Like, well, I don't like the way normal oil dries. I don't like the foggy matteness of it. So this would be your next best thing. I also have a regular ink wash that I'm sure would have done just about the same. But I wanted to show it to you using the contrast paints. Because they're the big hubbub right now. Or maybe that was 2 weeks ago. I don't know. Maybe the hubbub's over and I'm late to it. But I only own 3 of these. I own the black, the white, and I own a brown color. So you won't see me use them much. I bought the ones I think I would use most. Make sure to get it in his eyebrows. I like it because it darkens up the base coat as well as settles in the recesses. And then I kind of hit some places I didn't want to with it, so let me clean those up. Mainly on the skin. Yeah, pretty cool though. They're a nice, useful tool. While that is drying, I'm gonna touch up the whites of the eyes a little bit because some of the flesh shade got in there. Just kind of expected. And just kind of clean these up a wee bit. Since the flesh shade just kind of went wherever it wanted. Sorry if I'm off cam. Cleaning up the whites of the eyes. And I gotta clean up the blacks of the eyes. There. I like it. Got a nice face. So that contrast is going to take a wee bit to dry. I want to get it a little bit more inside these recesses in the back of his head. Looks like it's settling just fine in here, but might as well go like that to it. Yeah. We can get another coat of the Ushabti bone color on there. And then I'm gonna say I feel comfortable continuing basing the red. Just cleaning it up and making sure I have nice coverage everywhere. Since that is key with moving forward. Ooh, shoot. I have a whole pool of water back here. What is happening? Gotta clean that up before I introduce paint to that. Could be ugly. This will also probably take another coat after this. Since I'm doing such such thin layers, trying to keep the chunkiness out of it. And then I forgot about his hands when highlighting the skin, so let's go ahead and do that. Going back in with the base coat here. Getting his little digits and stuff. And then going in with the rosy highlight. Same thing, same deal over here. The base coat color along the finger. Ooh, you don't want that. That's bad. Try and clean that up. Like that. There, hands. The cute little guy. Okay. Let's clean up this. Actually, I think the contrast is just about cool and dry. Hey, Bug! Come on up. Come on. There you go. Come on. All right. Go back in with the base coat, which is bright warm gray. My mascot is here. Make sure I am doing okay. And staying on task and stuff. So we're going to go ahead and reapply this bright warm gray to highlight areas. Just along curves of the hair. Are you taking a bath up there? There you go. Just lay down. Lay down. It's fine. All right. There you go. Good boy. I try to get him to stop moving when he's up there, so I don't have a shaky hand while I'm trying to paint. Makes it a little easier when everything is sitting still, but I don't like to say no to him being up there and hanging out with me. He is family after all. Now we got some values building up in his beard here. Contrast helped. Now we gotta go back here. Do about the same thing. Except I'm going to focus on the top 2/3 of the hair. Just kind of highlight like that. Maybe a little bit down here, not a whole lot though. Hair is a weird thing. Now I think I have the other gray. By them, I think they have a dark warm gray and then a bright warm gray. I just need to find it. Because I know I bought it. I know I did. That's silver. There it is. It's a very big difference from bright warm gray to dark warm gray. So I'm going to do a little bit of mixing action. A little bit in here, and a little bit on its own. I'm going to mix that up. I have a nice gray going on. Thin it out. And so now I'm starting the layering process. I'm going to go with the size 1 brush. Go down a size 2. Go down a size 2, yeah. And do the same thing, but cover less area. I'm going to cover about 30% of what I just did. I like to kind of work in thirds a little bit. If I was going to break it down like that. After this, I'm going to go for the straight bright warm gray. I really like the value this is building here. Like a lot. Now I'm going to cover even less up here than what I did before. Just work my way the brighter and brighter gray colors, I guess. Since hair is shiny, I try to avoid, doing perfect blends. And you want to work your way up pretty bright, because I have light shining on my hair. The light, it's white where it's white, and it's really dark where it's dark. So I try to keep that in mind when I'm doing hair. That it's not a perfect blend, and when it's white, or when the light is on it, it is bright. So now I've got this straight bright warm gray. I'm going to thin it down so it's nice and easy to work with, and will layer real well. Trying to finish up this twisted T here. And this will be, I think, as bright as I will go with this. I'll see how it looks. This is Bright Warm Gray by Pro Acryl. And I'm going to try and be super careful with it. And be subtle with using it. Because I want it to make an impact in the values. Maybe even go over it twice like this to kind of really make it show. It's a nice yellow gray. I like it. It's very natural looking. Without just using a white paint to do this. So again, using my rule of thirds here, just doing less and less with this paint. Got to show the real shine of the hair. And I know gray hair doesn't shine, but this is also a cartoon style sculpt, so you know. I like that. I like it a lot. He's really starting to show his character. 2 hours later. So we got the skin done, we got the eyes done, the beard done. The papyrus is starting to take form. Go ahead and get another layer of the burnt red on his robes. And then I'm going to call it a night because it's getting a little late for me. I gotta wake up sometime in the morning. Want to get the second layer on here, get it nice and clean, and then I'll go to bed. Wake up early and do some more painting. This burnt red is my favorite color. I love red. And I love red paint that looks awesome like this. Woohoo! That's the hat. Now we got the bottom robe. Oh shoot. Forgot that the hair was done. But I normally don't work in this order. I normally kind of get everything to the same page at once. I normally don't do finish eyes, finish skin, finish hair. I normally just kind of get it all to the same level. But I'm trying to not do that anymore because it gives me a lot more problems than it solves. Kind of retraining my process here. That is that. Hope you guys had a good time viewing, watching, making sure I stay on task and paint my miniatures. I'll be back maybe tomorrow night or Wednesday night, right around midnight. So have a good day. I'll see you guys later. Bye. Bye.